Hello, friendly local librarian here. Uh, as a librarian who runs like a whole library by themselves, so I do everything. I do circulation, I do uh, collections development, I do programming, I do everything at the library that is a paid thing to do. Um, I find myself more and more, it dwindled during the pandemic, but more and more, I'm finding myself using a particular phrase that I really like. I can't even remember if I coined it or if I heard someone else use it, but here's the phrase: I'm not a teacher. I'm not your mom. I'm not looking for a book report. So let's break down what that means. Okay? I use it in three main contexts. Um, the first context is people apologize all the time for not finishing a book. I am not looking for a book report. That I'm not looking for a book report. You don't need to give me a book report. So when you take out a book, that circulation statistic, which is very important to me by the way, that circulation statistic is not yes, I have read the book. It's an expression of interest. So in taking out that book, you have expressed an interest in reading it someday. Maybe. Or expressed an interest in keeping it in the library. Like, I know of people who who understand that at a certain point, if a book doesn't get taken out, it's getting discarded. And if they want to keep that book in the library, they take it out and then return it in a day or two. And that keeps that book in circulation even if they haven't read it. The other side of things is people apologize for returning books late or for thinking that they read slowly or for having to renew a book, which that's very normal. You do not need to apologize to me for that. um I don't mind a book coming in late vast majority of the time. I pushed pretty hard to get rid of late fees at my library for that reason, and we finally did it. And I'm really, really happy about that because I don't think that people should be penalized for, you know, not having the time to read or reading to them slower than normal. Here's a fun little secret. Everyone thinks they read slower than normal. Everybody. I don't know anyone who doesn't, except for maybe my mom, who is literally hyperlexile. Like, everyone thinks they read slow. You don't read slow. Okay? Yes? Good? Okay. You don't need to apologize for needing to renew a book or for returning a book late. Currently the book I have a little post-it note. And the book that was returned latest was lost for 4 years and then returned. Like, it's fine. Just return the book whenever. It's okay. Return it whenever you can. Like, I so rarely get frustrated when people return books late. It takes a lot for me to get frustrated about people returning a book late. And even that is frustration. It's not, I'm not mad at you. It's like, oh dang, I was hoping maybe to use this book in a display or whatever. It's not here. Oh no, I'll use another book in the display. Okay? Like, I don't much care. The third context in which I use that phrase is where people are like embarrassed about the subject that they're reading about. They're like embarrassed or ashamed to be reading a Harlequin romance uh or oh, this is one that really gets me. Adults who are ashamed to read kids books. No, like, you're fine. You're fine. I can guarantee you I read cringier shit than you do. I read shit that where I'm like, I'm genuinely enjoying myself, but I am also like cringing so hard. Like, I don't know, like, and even the stuff that I don't cringe at, that I don't think should be cringy, like, I read monster fucker romance. I read monster fucker romance on a very regular basis. I'm currently reading A Soul to Keep by Opal Rain. This is monster fucker romance. Like, you don't have to qualify, like, if you put a book on the circulation desk and you know you're like all embarrassed about it, I'm not going to be embarrassed about it. Like, I'm not going to like call you out or anything. Like, I'm not going to, you know, press a secret button under the desk and be like, cringe alert, someone is reading a Harlequin romance. Like, when the pandemic started, it was a thing I noticed. When people were not allowed into the library physically and it was anonymous collection, like anonymous curbside only, people took out way more Harlequin romance. Way more! Like I literally didn't have enough supply at one point because people never took it out when they were going there in person and thought that they might be seen. I think it's really important to enter the mindset that the librarian is reading cringier shit than you are. I think that's vital. Like, just work on that assumption. Just work on that assumption. And like, don't make fun of the librarian who may or may not be reading a monster fucker romance or whatever. Like, I'll make fun of me first. You don't have to do it for me. But, like, you don't need to feel bad for for enjoying what you read. You're probably fine. You're fine. You don't need to, you know, apologize to me for taking out an erotica novel. You don't. It's okay. Whatever you're reading is like 99.999% of the time a-okay. Right? You're fine. So I'm not your mom, I'm not a teacher, and I'm not looking for a book report. That's it. Love you.